Hi, I'm Paul Butler. I'm one of the client partners at New Leaf Training and Development, and I'm joined today by Wendy Butts, who is the CEO of Los Angeles Conservation Corps. Wendy, the whole purpose of these Take Fives is to give people some practical help, provide some hope, and even sprinkle a little bit of humour. So I've just got one question, which I'd love you to run with for about 4 minutes or so, as we do call these Take Five for a reason. So here's the question. What are you learning personally, professionally, and even as an organisation during these rather challenging days? And tell us a little bit more about the work that you do at the Conservation Corps, you know, what you guys do and who you serve. So over to you, Wendy, and I'll wrap it up when you're done.
Great. Thank you so much. I'm Wendy Butts. I'm the CEO of the LA Conservation Corps. That's Los Angeles Conservation Corps. And our mission is really, it's a little complicated in that we're a youth development organization. We're an environmental organization. We kind of see ourselves as a workforce development organization, and we're a social enterprise. So we work with 18 to 24-year-olds, about 200 at any given time. And they are all out around Los Angeles County doing projects in our communities. All of those projects are environmentally focused, conservation-related projects. And the whole idea is that we are giving young people who might be, who have never had a job before, might be a little underprepared for the real world and a career. And they are out learning how to have a job, keep a job, work with their peers, take direction, and all of it under this idea that we want them to be productive citizens and we want them to be successful after the Corps. So we couple the work experience with education. Those who don't have their high school diploma get it when they're with us, if they work real hard. Mm-hmm. And we wrap everything around with what we call Corps Member Development Services. So supportive services, everything from resources for transportation, referrals for childcare, anything that might be stopping them from coming to work or school. And we also help them move on after the Corps. We are a large organization and we're spread out. We have 6 program sites, and we are spread out between Compton all the way to the San Fernando Valley. And something that happened when COVID struck was we realized we had to figure out better ways to come together. So we are coming together while we're staying apart. We have what were daily check-ins with our, it's a group of about 40 of us, coordinators, managers, directors, and it was weekly in the beginning, then it was 3 times a week. I'm sorry, it was daily, then it was 3 times a week, and now it's twice a week. And we start those with just check-ins. Every director gives a report for their site. How are the Corps members feeling? Do they need supplies for personal protective equipment? Do they have questions or concerns? What's bubbling up at their site? And then we move into updates. Our HR director, our director of admin, and myself will share news, maybe something new or different we're doing here at the Corps to keep our Corps members safe. And then we end with a way to get to know each other. So it's interesting because we are so big. We've been around for a long time. A lot of us have worked together for a long time. And we are finding ways to get to know each other now that we're so far apart. We started with quotes, and everybody in the group shared a quote that meant something to them. And then once we got through that, we went to books, and we shared our favorite books and why they were important to us. And now we're on photos, and the photos are the most exciting because people are sharing their families. And so what it's done for us is it's brought me back to this idea of the Corps as a family. We have our own families, and those relationships are most important right now, but we also have the Corps family. We're also talking about a lot more than just the Corps these days. We are talking about racial justice. We're talking about health and how that undergirds every single thing. If you're not healthy, you can't come to work. If you're not healthy, you can't get your education. And we're talking about how to support each other by wearing masks and keeping our physical distance. So we have, through all of this, in my realm as CEO, I've finally found balance. I'm able to really work hard when I'm at work and be a good mom and a good wife and, support my family when I'm at home. I read when I get up every morning now. Sometimes that's work related. Sometimes it's pleasure reading. Still exercising every day. Finding ways to stay connected. My family doesn't live here in Los Angeles, so when I can, I'm traveling a little bit and supporting my parents from a distance and my mother-in-law. But what we've done is we've come full circle, and everything is back to the basics for our core members, back to the basics for ourselves as staff. It's about showing up in a really difficult time and being there for one another. And that's what I'd like to share.
Wendy, thanks ever so much. And really on behalf of everyone who watches these, because they've become very, very popular, as you know, thanks again for your insights, very pragmatic, very clear. And again, thank you for the great work that you do to help people and organizations be their best. We're obviously honored to be of service to you as a client. And I wish you all the very, very best during these kind of strange days, Wendy. So thanks ever so much. Could I get a virtual high five?
Thanks, Paul.